The trial balance is simply a worksheet that records the closing amounts on the T accounts and general ledger. In summary, the closing amounts on the T accounts and general ledger are simply transferred onto the trial balance, or what is often referred to as the TB. And the TB lists all the accounts in the general ledger and whether each account is a debit or a credit at the end of the financial year or applicable period. If the general ledger has been compiled correctly, the trial balance is said to balance. Again, this simply means that the total on the debit side of the trial balance will be equal to the total on the credit side. The main reason for compiling a trial balance is to make sure that the journal entries in a company's bookkeeping system are mathematically correct. You have to be careful though, because even if the trial balance does balance, it does not necessarily mean that there are no errors or mistakes in the accounting records. A TB may still balance despite transactions having been missed out or not captured into the accounting system. And it may still balance despite transactions being incorrectly categorized or classified to the wrong accounts in the general ledger. The trial balance will be the basis upon which the annual financial statements are drawn up. So if the TB contains material errors in it, there'll also be material errors in the annual financial statements. It's that simple. All the accounts in the TB will either be income statement accounts or they will be balance sheet accounts. So from the TB, accounts that relate to income and expenditure will be used to generate the income statement for the year. Similarly, accounts relating to assets and liabilities and equity will be used to compile the balance sheet at the end of the year. But before we get into the detail of how a TB becomes a company's financial statements, let's just go through some of the key journal entries you are likely to come across that will inform the numbers in the general ledger and the trial balance. Just some key journal entries.